تيست. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي أنزل القرآن بلسان عربي مبين، وجعل اللغة العربية وعاء للعلم والفكر والهوية، والصلاة والسلام على خير من
Allah,
نطق
the most
بالضاد
gracious and
نبينا
most
محمد
merciful, all
وعلى
praise due
آله
to Allah who
وصحبه
revealed the
أجمعين.
Quran
أيها
in a
الحضور
clear Arabic
الكريم،
tongue and
في
made
إطار
the
اهتمام
Arabic
مجمع
language
الملك سلمان العالمي للغة العربية ببناء
taught.
المعايير اللغوية
Peace and blessings
وسعيه
be upon
الحثيث إلى
those
ضبط
who spoke
الواقع
Arabic
اللغوي في
of Prophet
مجالات
Muhammad
حيوية
and upon his family
ومتعددة،
and companions.
تقام ندوة معايير
Honorable
الاستعمال
Adjunct, as part
اللغوي
of the
العربي
efforts of the King
لوكالات
Salman
أنباء دول
Global
منظمة
Academy
التعاون
for Arabic
الإسلامي،
Language in developing
والتي
language
ينظمها
standards and
المجمع
striving
بالتعاون مع اتحاد
to
وكالات
regulate
أنباء
linguistics
دول منظمة
practices
التعاون الإسلامي
in
لتسليط
vital
الضوء على
and diverse
أهمية
fields.
بناء معايير لغوية
We
موحدة تسهم في ضبط الاستعمال
holding
اللغوي
this
الإعلامي
symposiums,
داخل وكالات الأنباء الرسمية.
standards of Arabic
كما
language
تهدف هذه
usage,
الندوة إلى
news
استثمار الخبرات
agencies.
المتنوعة لدى المشاركين، وتقريب الرؤى وتعزيز
The event is
الشراكة
organized by the Academy in
في
cooperation with the
الاهتمام
Union
باللغة
of OIC's new
العربية
agencies to
بوصفها
highlight the importance
مكونا
of
رئيسا من
establishing
مكونات
unified
النظام
linguistic
الإعلامي
standards
المؤثر.
that contribute to regulating
تنعقد
Arabic language
ندوتنا
usage
اليوم
in
تحت
official
ظلة
news.
اللغة
Symposium also
الأدبية،
aims to draw
حيث
upon
تجتمع
diverse
الصياغة
expertise.
اللغوية
Our symposium
مع
today is held under the
رسالتها
umbrella of
الإعلامية،
language and media,
للتأكيد
where
على أن
linguistics expression
الإعلام
meets
ليس مجرد
its
لغة
communicative
منتظر،
mission,
بل
emphasizing
هو
that
صناعة
media
وعي وصياغة
isn't
ذاكرة،
merely the
وأن
transmission
اللغة
of news,
تمثل
but a
الأداة
craft of
الأولى
awareness and the
والأساس الذي
shaping of
تبنى
collective
عليه هذه
memory,
الصناعة.
with language
نفتتح
being its
الندوة
primary
بكلمة
tool
سعادة رئيس
and
قطاع التخطيط
foundation.
والسياسات اللغوية
We
بمجمع الملك
now
سلمان
begin with the
العالمي
opening
للغة
address by
العربية،
His Excellency Dr.
الأستاذ
Ibrahim bin
الدكتور
Mohammed,
محمود المحمود،
Secretary
فليتفضل
General of
سعادتكم
the King
مشكورا.
Salman Global, Mr. Mahmoud Mahmoud.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله
The,
وبركاته.
the floor is yours.
أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Welcome,
السعادة الزملاء الكرام في اتحاد وكالات
dear
أنباء دول منظمة التعاون
colleagues at
الإسلامي،
the Yuna
الحضور الكرام،
OIC,
السلام
OIC news
عليكم ورحمة
agencies,
الله وبركاته.
the invitees.
يسعدني أن أرحب بكم في هذه
I'm
الندوة
pleased
العلمية
to
التي
welcome
تجمعنا
you
في إطار معرفي
to this
ومهني مشترك
uh,
بعنوان معايير
join
استعمال
us
اللغة
today.
العربية في وكالات أنباء دول
The
منظمة
standards
التعاون
for the
الإسلامي.
usage of
هذه
Arabic language
الندوة
in
التي
OIC news
ينظمها
agencies.
مجمع الملك سلمان
This
العالمي
symposium is organized by King
بالتعاون مع
Salman
التعاون
Academy
دائما لتعد المؤسسية
to
العربية
promote the
للانتقاء المحتوى
efforts
الإعلامي العربي
uh,
ترسيخا
to
لدور اللغة
promote the
العربية
content
في
of
صياغة الخطاب
Arabic
الإعلامي
in
وضمان
the
جودته واتساقه محليا.
Yuna
أصحاب
agencies
السعادة،
and to
في
enhance its
مجتمع
usage.
إعلامي تتسارع فيه التغيرات
In a scene where there are challenge and
إلى لغة
we
عربية
need an Arabic
ومعايير
an
لغوية
accurate
موحدة تضبط
Arabic
جميع
language
أدوات
and
التوجيه
unified
وتوصل بها
standards
الرسائل
that
وتحصل خلالها على
we
الانتشار،
use
لا سيما
in
مع
our
المؤسسات التي
content,
تمثل الواجهة الرسمية في الدول
especially in the
صوتها
official
المحدد.
media that
اللغة الإعلامية
transmit the
ليست
voice of
شأنا
these
لغويا
countries.
صرفا، بل أداة للتأثير
So
ومصدرا للمصداقية.
our media outlets
تأتي هذه
are
الندوة
a
جزءا
tool
من
for
مسار
influence,
استراتيجي
and in this
يتضمن
framework comes
أهدافه لبناء
this
سياسة
workshop
مجتمعية رصينة
so as to build
وكالات
a
الأنباء في أداء
linguistic
رسالتها بنهج
policy,
طريقة
enabling
واضحة
these new agencies to carry out
ذلك
their
حتى
duties in a better
تسهم في
way,
الارتقاء
so as to
بمحتوى
contribute
وتحسين المخرجات.
to
سيداتي
promoting
السادة،
the
إننا
product.
نتطلع إلى أن
So
تكون
we
هذه
are
الندوة
looking
بداية
forward to
لمسار
seeing
إعلامي
this
مشترك
workshop as the
يرمي إلى تحسين
beginning of
معايير
a new
اللغوية في السياق
process
الإعلامي
that
وسط
will promote
التحديات
the standards
والصعوبات
of
التي
uses of
تواجهنا،
Arabic language in
وبناء شراكات
Yuna OICs, and
تفتح
to overcome the
المجال
challenges
أمام تطوير
and
الأدوات لتحقيق
establish
المواد البشرية
partnerships
وتجويد
that
الممارسات.
enable to promote
وفي
the human
الختام،
resources.
شكر
Uh,
جزيل
at the end,
وثناء عاطف
I thank
للزملاء
you.
الكرام في
Uh,
اتحاد
thank you,
وكالات أنباء دول
colleagues
منظمة التعاون
at the
الإسلامي
Yuna
على تعاونهم
OICs,
المثمر
for your
وحرصهم على
fruitful
حضور هذه
cooperation
الندوة،
and
وأنقل لكم السلام
your
وتحيات سعادة
eagerness
الأمين
to
العام لمجمع
participate
الملك
in
سلمان
this
العالمي للغة العربية،
symposium
الذي حرص على
on behalf
ترسيخنا
of
دور
the
خادم البرنامج الخارجي،
of
إضافة
the
إلى سلام سعادة
King
نائب الأمين
Saud
العام
Academy.
الذي لم
And
يتمكن من الحضور
also I
بظرف
thank the
صحي.
on behalf of the Secretary General, who
أتطلع
could
إلى
not be
ما
here
سيحمله هذا اللقاء من
for
أفكار
health
وتوصيات
reasons,
تسهم في خدمة
and we
اللغة
are looking
العربية
forward to
وتدعم
seeing
الكيان العربي
fruitful
في حاضره ومستقبله. والسلام
recommendations
عليكم ورحمة الله
formulated by
وبركاته.
this meeting. Thank you very much.
شكرا لكم سعادة الأستاذ
Thank
دكتور
you, Your
محمود
Excellency,
على
Dr.
كلمتكم
Mahmoud,
الوافية.
for your
والآن مع كلمة
inspiring
سعادة
speech.
رئيس
And
اتحاد
now
وكالات
we'll
أنباء
give the
في دول
floor
منظمة التعاون
the
الإسلامي الأستاذ
Secretary General Mohammed El-Yami. This floor is
السلام
yours.
عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أشرف الحيدري مدير العلاقات والتواصل
Ashraf
الدولي
Hidri,
لاتحاد
Director
وكالات
of
أنباء
Communication
لمنظمة
at the
التعاون
Yona
الإسلامي. أود أن أنقل
OICs.
إليكم تحيات
I would
سعادة
like to
وزير العام
transmit the
وسأقول
greetings of
كلمته
the
نيابة عنه.
Director
بسم
General.
الله
I will
الرحمن
deliver
الرحيم.
his speech on behalf
الحمد
of
لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام
peace
على أشرف المرسلين
be
الأنبياء
upon Prophet
والمرسلين
Muhammad,
وبعد. سعادة نائب الأمين العام لمجمع كينغ
Professor,
سلمان العالمي للغات العربية
Deputy
الأستاذ
Secretary
الدكتور
General King
إبراهيم
Salman
بن محمد
International Language
الدلبي.
Academy Ibrahim
سعادة
Mohammed
رئيس قطاع
El-Delbi,
التخطيط اللغوي لمجمع الملك سلمان
Head
العالمي
of
للغات
Language
العربية
Planning of the
الأستاذ
King
الدكتور
Salman
محمود
Arabic Language
المحمود.
Academy, Dr.
أصحاب
Mohammed
السعادة
Al-Mahmoud. Your
الممثلين
Excellencies,
الأعزاء الحضور،
representatives of
السادة
member
الحضور،
news agencies,
السلام
ladies
عليكم ورحمة
and
الله
gentlemen,
تعالى
may
وبركاته.
Allah's peace, mercy and blessings
يسرني
be
أن
upon you.
أرحب بكم في
I'm
مستهل
pleased to
هذه
welcome
المناسبة
you to the
التي
start of this
يناقش موضوعا في غاية
at the start of
الأهمية،
this symposium,
ألا
which
وهو
discusses
معايير
a very
الاستعمال اللغوي في
topic of
ولاية
utmost
الاتحاد،
importance, namely
وسوف
the
يغطي
standards of
هذه
language
المعايير
usage in news
وتهيئتها
agencies and ways
بما
to
من
control
شأنه
and
أن
improve these
ينعكس
standards,
إيجابيا
which
على
will have
المستوى
a
اللغوي
positive
المستعمل
impact on the
في
level of
وكالات
language
أنباء العربية
used
في
in
الدول
news
الأعضاء،
agencies in member states,
وتسهيل وصول
and
الرسالة
enhance the
الإعلامية على
accurate
نحو
and
دقيق
disciplined
وواضح.
delivery of the
والعناية
media
بهذا
message.
الموضوع هي
Paying
جزء من
attention to
عناية
this issue is
باللغة
a part of
العربية
caring for the
التي
Arabic
تعد
language,
من
which
أساسيات
is a
الحفاظ على
fundamental
الهوية
pillar of
الإسلامية،
Islamic identity,
نظرا لكونها تحمل
given
القرآن
that it
الكريم
is the language of the Holy
وشرائع
Quran
الحرفية
and
والحاسوبية
the
والأدبية الحضارة الإسلامية في
repository of
مختلف
scientific,
مراحلها
philosophical, and
التاريخية.
literary
أصحاب السماحة،
creation of Islamic
السيدات
civilization.
والسادة، لا شك أن
Your
مصداقية
Excellencies,
معايير
there is no
الاستعمال
doubt
اللغوي
that
في وكالات
regulating language
الأنباء
usage
والأخبار في
standards
منظمة
in news
التعاون
agencies in
الإسلامي
OIC member states
تعد من القضايا الشائكة
is a
ونظرا
thorny issue,
للتحديات
given
الكبيرة
the
التي تواجهه
significant challenge
التي
facing
تواجه
such
هذا
regulation,
الضبط، وذلك من قبيل التنوع
such
اللغوي
as
واللهجي
linguistics and
واختلاف
dialectical
السياسات
diversity,
اللغوية
differences in
والتحريرية من
language and
دولة إلى
editorial
أخرى،
policies from one
إضافة
country
إلى
to
ضعف
another,
التنسيق
and weak
والتواصل ما بين
coordination and
الدول
communication
الأعضاء
between
حول
member
المسائل
states
ذات
on
الصلة
issues
بالاستعمال اللغوي.
related to language
ولقد حرصنا
usage.
في اتحاد
We
وكالات
at the
أنباء والعلاقات
Union of
والتعاون
OIC news
الإسلامي على
agencies
الإسهام في
have
معالجة
been
هذه
eager to
القضية،
contribute to addressing
وذلك
this
من
issue
خلال رصد
by
حالات اللغات
monitoring the
العربية
status of
في
the Arabic
وكالات أنباء
language
الدول
in the news
الأعضاء أي
agencies of
المناخ اللغوي
non-Arabic
الربمي،
speaking member states,
وتوثيق مختلف القضايا المتعلقة
documenting
بالاستعمال
various
الإسلامي
issues related to
والتحديات في هذا
language
الصدد
usage,
وسبل
challenges in
التعامل
this regard,
معها.
and ways to deal with them,
مع العمل
while at the
الخاص
same
بنفسه
time
على
working
وضع
to
قنوات
establish channels
لتبادل المحتوى
for the
الإعلامي
exchange
وفقا
of media
لمعايير
content in
وأسس
accordance with the
تحريرية
clear
واضحة.
editorial standards
وأننا
and
لا
the
نأمل أن
principles.
تؤثر هذه
And we
الندوة
hope
إضافة إلى
that
المزيد
this
من
symposium
البرامج في مجال
will
ضبط
serve as a
الاستعمال
starting
اللغوي
point
في
for more
وكالات
programs in
أنباء،
the field of
لا
language
سيما ونحن
usage
نستعين
control in
بخبرات
news
خبرة
agencies,
وتجربة
especially
مجمع
as we
الملك
draw
سلمان
on the
العالمي للغات
expertise and
العربية.
experience of the
هذه
King
اللغة
Salman
واحدة
International
من
Arabic
أبرز
Language Academy,
الجمهوريات
which is one
العربية
of the world's
مما
leading
يتعلق بالسياسات
authorities
الوطنية
on Arabic language policy and the
والإنفاقية
development
فيها
of
في
programs
مختلف
aimed at
المجالات.
empowering
واسمحوا
it
لي
in
في
various
هذا
fields.
المقام أن أتقدم
Allow me
بجزيل
to
الشكر
take this
والخاص
opportunity
والامتنان
to
الموجه
express my sincere thanks
لقيادة
and
سعادة وزير
gratitude to
التعاون
the
الأستاذ
Academy
الدكتور
led
عبد
by
الله
its
بن صالح
Secretary General
الوشمي
Dr. Abdullah
على
bin Salih
جهودها في
Al-Washmi
إعادة عزيز
for
انتشار
its
اللغة العربية
considerable effort to
عالميا
promote the spread of
ودعم
the Arabic
برامج
language
الاتحاد الخاصة
worldwide
باللغة
and for
العربية
supporting the Union's
وتمكينها في
Arabic
وكالات الأنباء
language
الأعضاء
programs and
في
empowering
الدول
them in news
الإسلامية
agencies
وإدارة
in
الأنباء
non-Arabic
العربية،
speaking
بما من
Islamic
شأنه
countries,
توطيد
thereby
محور التواصل بين الشعوب
strengthening
الإسلامية
ties between
آملا
Islamic
أن
peoples.
تحقق هذه
I hope
الندوة
that this symposium will
النتائج
achieve its
المرجوة
desired results.
والله
May
الموفق الهادي إلى
Allah
سواء
grant
السبيل.
us
شكرا جزيلا.
success and guide us to the right path. Thank you very much.
شكرا لكم سعادة الأستاذ
Thank you, Your
حيدري
Excellency,
على
Ashraf
طرحكم
Hydri, for your
الوافي وإيمانا
protocol
بأهمية التشخيص الواقعي للوصول
and
إلى معالجات فاعلة.
in order to
نقدم
diagnose.
ندوتنا بجلستين علميتين.
So there will be two
يديرهما
scientific sessions
الدكتور حمد الحمود
led by Dr. Hamoud Al-Hamoud, Director of the Language Planning Department at the Academy. Please proceed, Doctor. The floor is yours.
الحضور الكريم
Distinguished guests from the King Salman Global Academy for Arabic Language and the OIC news agencies. Once again, we extend our greetings and warm welcome as we commence these scientific sessions. We would like to remind attendees that they may write down their comments or questions questions in the chat to be presented to the speakers at the end of the symposium.
خيارات الاستماع إلى الترجمة
and you can hear also the translation in English language. We begin with the first scientific session in which we discuss the major challenges in the field of linguistics usage in the news agencies of the OIC member states and the title challenges in regulating linguistics usage in OIC news agencies. This session will explore the key linguistic challenge facing media performance and the means to overcome them within media environments marked by diversity and rapid change. Our speaker for this session is Mr. Zubair Ansari, Media Advisor at the Union of OIC News Agencies. The floor is yours.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين. شكرا سيدي رئيس الجلسة.
The benediction be
الوافي.
thank you for this presentation. So we'll deal with the main challenges in the usage of Arabic in the Union of OIC agencies. The next slide.
تعد وسائل الإعلام الدولية.
The international media
تعد وسائل الإعلام الدولية
is an important element in promoting the spread of the Arabic language and consolidating its position as one of the world's major languages. There is no doubt that news agencies are among the most important of these media outlets due to their prominent presence in the official level and their ability to distribute their news to a wide audience. And from this comes the necessity to control and regulate the use of Arabic language. Next slide. Talking about this issue, the previous slide. One of the biggest challenges facing the media is controlling language usage and establishing clear standards for editorial departments to follow, so that language usage does not vary from one department to another, from one publication to another, or from one media product to another, whether the product is visual, audio, or written. There is not just a matter of linguistic correctness and accuracy, but also of linguistic preferences and choices in general, as well as choices related to translation and the spelling of names and the proper nouns brought from other languages. To achieve this control, and establish it on clear grounds, some media institutions have sought to develop detailed editorial guidelines, perhaps most notably internationally, the Associated Press style book, published by the American Associated Press Agency, and in the Arab world, the Middle East style book, published by the Saudi newspaper Al-Sharq Al-Awsat. Next slide. This is in general. And regarding regulating language usage in agencies of OIC member states, there are some challenges as raised by the Secretary General's speech. We have the linguistics diversity of the, as we have 57 member states speak many different languages, which poses significant language relation to, especially in Arabic, is not the national language of the given country. This has an effect on the news agencies. So because when Arabic is not the first language, they resort to translation. So and this results in difficulties when we are differences in language and editorial policies in each country, resulting in different editorial choices from one country to another, and also the problem related to styles and
الدراسات اللغوية والتحريرية في كل دولة. أيضا من التحديات ضعف الصيغات في
Each
مجالين
country has its own choices, especially those the Arab countries, the African countries, and the other countries.
المصطلحات والأساليب التحريرية اللغوية في اللغة العربية طبعا. واتحاد وكالات أنباء دول منظمة التعاون الإسلامي طبعا يعمل في هذا الجانب في محاولة سد الفجوة في هذا الجانب.
We are working to bridge the gaps between all these. So the economic disparities also between member states and the resulting impact on the ability of some countries to provide their news agencies with adequate editorial staff, especially in areas such as translation and proofreading.
طبعا تحديات الضبط بسبب التنوع اللغوي للدول الأعضاء في منظمة التعاون الإسلامي يمكن الإشارة إلى نوعين من التحديات.
So we can deal with two types of challenges. Challenges related to controlling languages at the level of linguistic choices and preferences. This type often involves choosing between options that are all correct or between options that are more correct than others. Noting that there are talking here about contemporary classical Arabic, or choosing the type of challenge usually concern news agencies in Arabic-speaking countries, the Arabic group, or in countries that pay great attention to the Arabic language, such as the Republic of Turkey and the Republic of Iran. Who are using a very an excellent level of English. The second type, challenge related to controlling linguistic usage in terms of correctness and accuracy, meaning that the problem is not simply on the weighing options and making choices, but rather one of the accuracy of the expression and its conformity with the rules of the language. We find these types of a challenge in non-Arabic speaking countries that provide Arabic versions in their official agencies, namely Azerbaijan, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, Iran, Pakistan, Turkey, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Malaysia. If we go to the Arabic version of these news agencies, we'll see some problems that affect the news item. So we have a sample of these mistakes and these errors. For example, يؤكد بمواصلات. So this is a kind of mistakes that are found in these news agencies, and these are examples of them related to the correctness of Arabic grammar and Arabic style. So for example, this kind of mistakes is sometimes slight mistakes, but sometimes they affect the news item itself. Next slide. These are examples, these are samples of these mistakes that are found. They are related to the construction of the sentences and the phrases, and they need to improve the level of our mastering of English, of Arabic grammar, and so as to be able to avoid these mistakes. These, for example, the قاضي قضاة البلاد, which is the Chief Justice also. These are grammar mistakes that are widely found in news agencies of Malaysia, of Pakistan, of Azerbaijan, of Tajikistan. Regardless of these mistakes, we see that most of these agencies follow what is used in the Arabic news agencies. So these are a problem of the lack of news of revision and proofreading, problems related to translation, because sometimes the news item is written in Arabic and translated is written in English, and it is translated to Arabic. So for example, what happens with the passive and passive voice and active voice, in which we mention the agent, which is not a good thing or a correct thing. So next slide. So the predominance of literalism in the translation of certain structure. Passive voice constructions, as seen in example in Pakistan. For example, he said that the international introduced for example, the conclusive document was introduced by, which is the passive voice problem.
مع أن لولا استخدام الأساليب العربية كالمصدر فقط ونحوه من الأساليب. أيضا هناك طبعا إشكاليات مصطلحية تتعلق بالمصطلحات التي يتم استخدامها
idiomatic issues
ونقلها من اللغة الإنجليزية إلى اللغة العربية.
The successful translation of any text from one language to another requires adherence to idiomatic expressions. So, for example, Rasam al-Rais Ilham, which is translation from the president signed a decree appointing. So, the problem with the verb sign in Arabic. These are problems related to the use of idioms. And we need to be used in Arabic in a way that enables the reader to understand them. These are the main challenge agencies of OIC member states. The following recommendations are proposed to address the challenge. Intensify training and qualification programs for editors of Arabic sections in member agencies outside the group. Prepare an editorial guide in Arabic in cooperation with the Yuna and linguistic institutions and academies in the Arab world for the benefit of news agencies outside Arab countries. 3. Strengthen. So
ثم يوزع على وكالات الأنباء خارج الدول العربية.
That will be shared to the news agencies.
على هذا الدليل. أيضا من الإجراءات المقترحة.
And then strengthen communication between member news agencies outside the Arab groups and Arab world institutions working to expand and support the use of Arabic in international media. These are the main proposals in this regard. Thank you very much for your attention.
شكرا لكم سعادة الأستاذ الزبير على طرحكم العميق.
Thank you, Zubair, for your proposal.
في وكالات أنباء دول منظمة التعاون الإسلامي. ننتقل الآن إلى جلستنا الثانية التي
Now we'll move to the second session.
معايير الاستعمال اللغوي.
We now move to the second session in which we discuss the standards of Arabic language usage in OIC news agencies, and the title Linguistic Standards for Regulating Media Usage and Their Impact on Enhancing Language Practices in News Agencies of International Organizations. This session will focus on the most important linguistic standards for regulating media usage and their role in improving linguistic practices. Regulating the usage of Arabic. We will deal with the main standards in order to improve the linguistic practice and standards. Our speaker for this session, Dr. Khalid Al-Kawsi, Director of the Language Policy Department at the King Salman Global Academy for Arabic Language. Please, the floor is yours. Thank you, Hamid. Good afternoon.
اتحاد وكالات الأنباء في
I thank the Union of OIC news agencies
على هذا
for
الاهتمام
this
الكبير في
attention
الجانب
given
اللغوي
to the linguistic side.
الاتحاد فعليا
The union
مجهودات
is
كبيرة ومشكورة في
paying
الشأن.
or making remitting efforts
نتطلع
in this regard,
دائما وأبدا إلى
and
أن نستمر في
is
التعاون
we
ونصل
are
إلى
working to
إلى
continue this
تحقيق
cooperation so as
أهداف
achieve
المجموعتين.
our
أشكر
common goals.
الدكتور حمد هذه
So
المقدمة،
thank you, Hamid,
وأشكر
for this
لأخي
introduction,
الأستاذ زبير
and
على
also I thank Zubair for the paper he
قال
presented,
ما كنت أريد
and
أن
he talked about things that I wanted to review in my presentation.
الحقيقة أننا نتحدث عن مسألة في غاية
In
الأهمية.
fact, we are talking about a very
نحن
important
نتحدث
issue.
عن قطبين
We are talking about two
مرتبطين
poles,
كبيراً جداً، وهما الإعلام
which are media
واللغة.
and
هذه
language.
الثنائية فيها ترابط
This,
كبير جداً.
so they are
لا تستطيع واحدة
interlinked,
منهما
and no one of
تتخلى
them
عن الأخرى أو
can
تبتعد عن
get rid of
الأخرى
the
مطلقاً.
other.
المسألة الأولى التي هي مسألة
The,
الإعلام.
the first thing, the first one, which is the issue of media,
نستطيع أن نقول أنه هو المؤثر الأكبر
we can say that it is
ثقافة الناس
the
وأفهامهم
most
ومعارفهم
the most important tool that affects people in their lives, in their orientations, in their. So the media are omnipresent in our homes, and they are reaching us everywhere, because these media are so intelligent that they are able to get in touch with all people and provide them with what is suitable to their lives, to their hobbies. So so it has more effect than education even. So even if we spend, because the hours that we spend in front of our media outlets is longer than that we spent in schools. So media has many tools, and we, especially with the new technologies,
ويدخل على المواقع سواء كانت مرئية أو
مسموعة. we can listen to television, listen to radios, we can surf on the web. So everywhere, whether we are in towns, whether we are in the countryside, whether we are in remote areas. So and
ما يتطلبه الإعلام سلس.
So in media is very easy to be reached.
ميزة نادرة جدا.
So, and this is a very important characteristic, and it enables media to have a very strong educational and cultural impact on us, and it enables it to target easily its targets in a short time. And when we send a message, and this message can be read and can be studied for long ages. So one of the most important communication sides, Mr. Jobson said that the function of language are three. The expressive ones that enable us to express ourselves to the others about what we feel. The second one is the media function. So we do not mean only so we mean the communicative function. So this is one of the main function of language, which is communication. They are reapproaching between language and media. So language is the tool used by media, and the language is one of the pillar of civilization. We cannot transmit knowledge, culture from one person to another, or from society to another, or from generation to another, without using language. So language is the main tool that enable to do that. So whether it is written or spoken, how can civilization is transferred from a generation to another, or from one people to another, without the use of language? So we cannot imagine that it cannot be done. So the transfer of knowledge and culture is the tool, is the job of language. So the link between language and media is very obvious, and it was the objective of many studies that were conducted on and we can, when you search in that, you will find a very diversified and very rich product of these studies, and for a long time ago. For example, there is a book called The Newspaper's Language, because it is dealing with the language of journalists. And the guy thought that there was a need to control and regulate the language used by the journalists and language. So the Language Academy in Cairo held a symposium on that. The Academy of Damascus also in 1988 held a symposium under the title Arabic Language and the Media. So there has been a very important attention given to this issue, to regulate and to study the link between Arabic or between language in general and the media.
يعني نركز عليها لو رجعت قليلا أخي دكتور حمد في
if we go back, the third slide please.
اللغة هي أداة الإعلام الأساس.
So language is the tool of media, and the media cannot carry out or transfer its message without language, whether it is written, spoken, or so whether it is a news item or report or dialogue or investigate, or so everything cannot be done without the use of language, because language is the tool and of any media outlet to get in touch with the target people. So to convince people you need language. It's true that there are other tools, but the main tool is language. So if we master the use of language, that means our message will reach the target people. So
المادة اللغوية على الصياغة اللغوية للإعلام.
And so, for example, even advertising, promotion, to make it successful, you need to build your message in a very thorough and very careful way, so as to convince the people to buy your product. In political campaigns, For example, in if you language is the main tool that is used. So language is omnipresent and is the first tool. So language and media both are trying to build the identity of the people, of the society. So language, media language is the tool that enables to build and construct or to form this identity and the ideas of the societies. In the modern age, previously the media were limited, but and regulating them was a bit easier. But now with this digital revolution, we have many challenges to regulate the media. So one of the most difficult things now in the last decades is the introduction of the foreign language, especially the English language, to the political scene, the cultural scene, the scientific scene. So the influence of this language and its spread has affected all the continents, all the peoples. And those countries have special messages to convey to the people, and as they cannot formulate their message unless they use their own languages. So one of the problematics is to regulate the modern idioms. There are idioms that are crafted on a daily basis almost, and so and Arabic language, for example, has difficulties to find the equivalent of that idiom that is introduced, that is taken from other language. So and if we look for this idiom and we find it, we will have difficulty to advertise it and to promote it as an equivalent or as an alternative to that idiom. So we have another challenge related to the use of the simple Arabic or to clean Arabic from the from non-Arabic words and the appropriate styles and the
وكالات الأنباء هو ربما يكون أعلى مستويات الرسائل الرسمية
So what the news agencies publish is very official messages.
طبيعة الرسالة فيها
So
رسالة رسمية، لكن في وكالات الأنباء لا، يعني هي
and not like the other news agencies, not like the other media which are not official, and the news agencies should regulate and should make their message as accurate as possible. So in this regard, we have to put in place standards for the linguistic usage.
إيجاد معايير في ظل التحديات التي مررت بها قبل قليل. أصبح مسألة الضبط اللغوي مسألة.
So regulating the linguistic use is of paramount importance.
أصبح ضبط
So
الاستعمال اللغوي لتصل
we need
الرسالة التي يريدها
to
المرسل بنفس الطريقة التي يريد دون زيادة
to
أو نقصان، فهذا يحتاج إلى مستوى من الضبط.
formulate the message that we want to send in the way that we want.
المعايير الأصل أن من يصنعها هم
So
الخبراء، وبالتالي في المعايير هي تصنع بعناية تراجع.
these standards should be constructed carefully
ستساعد جميع
so as to enable all the users to provide a very accurate media message without any additions and that cannot be interpreted otherwise.
هل يوجد لدينا حاليا
Do we have currently any linguistic standards to regulate
الإعلامي وبالذات
language usage
مثل وكالات الأنباء،
especially in news agencies?
معايير مضبوطة ومراجعة.
We have some controls, but they are not standards that are emanating from very known sources. We have the Arabic Language Academy is working on constructing these standards. So now
معايير حوسبة اللغة العربية أو المعايير العربية للحوسبة.
So now they have created standards for Arabic accounting standards, and the next week we'll release them. And there are standards for teaching Arabic as a second language, and it publishes some policies that regulate the usage of Arabic language in countries where there is a religious diversity, and we are working to build to regulate the use of Arabic language in diplomatic field, and it is also working on building the Arabic usage in media. So there are some ideas, some opinions put in place by the linguistic specialists that were discussed in the conference held in Cairo and in Damascus, and some books and some newspapers, including the standards that we propose. One of them, the most, is that the message should be clear. The most important thing is that the message be clear for and cannot be interpreted in various ways, and is so when the message is clear, the objective of the message will be attained. But if the sender of this message commits mistakes, this may tarnish the message and may prevent it from reaching the target. There is also the linguistic accuracy. The sender should respect this accuracy in all its parts, linguistic style. He should take that into consideration. The correctness of the formulation of the message. The message should use appropriate language for its objective. It should use the idioms in a very appropriate way, especially the use of idioms that are agreed upon or are unified, and that they are clear for both the sender and the receiver.
مثلا الإعلام الذي المرسل باللغة العربية يفترض لديه مصطلحات
So both the sender and the receiver have the same understanding of these idioms. Among the standards also is the flexibility in the usage of simple Arabic or easy Arabic. So because the receiver or the target people may not master Arabic in a perfect way, or they may be a non-Arabic native speaker. They are not native speakers. They are so we should focus on the objective of the message. The content should reflect the objective, and we should not focus on the subjective one or the affection. So we should use the words, the styles that will enable us to convey what we want.
مرسل الرسالة الإعلامية إنه أحيانا
sometimes the sender of the message
الجملة الواحدة أحيانا يكون فيها بينها تباعد كبير، مثلا ما بين الفعل والفاعل فاصل كبير.
Sometimes there is a lot of words between the subject and the object, which make the understanding very difficult for the receiver. And this will create confusion, and sometimes you find very long Arabic sentences where we have a lot of words, a lot of adjectives, a lot of adverbs between the subject and object. So, and this will make things difficult for the reader, for the receiver, and they create a confusion. And this should be avoided by the sender. The sender should use the active voice instead of the use of passive voice.
يغيب عنه الفاعل مثلا إلا إذا كان هذا مستهدف إنه تغييب الفاعل مثلا.
We want to deliberately ignore the subject itself. But the normal thing is that we use the active voice where the receiver will know the subject and the verb and the object.
يفترض أن مرسل الخطاب الإعلامي
the sender of this media message should take into consideration the differences between sexes, between gender. Because the spoken sentences may rely on tone, and so this may not present which is not present in the written message. So the media message should be concise, especially in official news items. So there is no need for being lengthy. So the sender should choose the direct styles and avoid the literal and metaphoric styles, because we want to convey very clear and easy messages. So the message should be direct and clear.
يفترض في المرسل أن يتجنب التعبيرات ذات المعاني المزدوجة أو الدلالات المزدوجة.
The sender should avoid using terms or words that have more than one sense or one meaning. So this should be avoided in the
لعلني أقول جزء من المعايير التي يفترض.
let me say that these are part of the standards that we are working on and the experts are dealing with, and they should be studied thoroughly, and they can be considered as standards that will inspire those who are working in the media field. So let me mention some recommendations that should be taken into consideration. We should document, should strengthen links between the media actors, between the media actors and the academic actors, so scientific ones in general.
العلوم والمعرفة والجهات الميدانية هي التي تنفذ.
So we should create a link between them. And this is present, and I appreciate the role of the union in this regard. So we should build the capacities of the workers or the employees of the media, and training them on the use of scientific idioms, or place a guide in this regard, so as to facilitate the use of clear idioms for the receiver, and strengthen the exchange of expertise and experience between these unions and institutions. So there should be cooperation in this regard. Thank you for your attention, and sorry for using more than the time allocated for me. So Dr. Hamid, the floor is yours.
شكرا لكم سعادة الأستاذ الدكتور خالد على ما تفضلتم.
Thank you, Dr. Khalid, for your valuable scholarly insights on standards for regulating linguistic usage in media. We now turn to our honorable audience to review the contributions and questions raised regarding the symposium's themes. So, in the chat, there is no comments. Ashraf, if you want to give the floor to those who want to participate by voice in this.
مشكورين الأخوة على هذه المداخلات القيمة.
Thank you very much.
وهذا العرض العلمي الشيق. نبدأ الآن إن شاء الله مع الأستاذ أحمد جسود. سأوصيه الكلمة لكي يطرح السؤال.
I will give you the floor to ask your questions.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الصوت واصل؟
نعم واصل.
نشكر الدكاترة هذا الموضوع القيم.
Thank you for Dr. for
أنا من وكالة الصومال، وكالة الأنباء الصومالية صونا.
The Somali news agency. We have challenges that we are facing,
بسبب باللغة العربية.
especially in Arabic language.
كان هناك سبب تحدي اللغة الإنجليزية بإضافة ما أشاره الدكتور
the challenge of English language.
فكلا يشكلان التحديات اللغوية. فبالنسبة كوكالة هناك نحن رئيس التحرير عندنا تقريبا
The chief editor. We have only one chief editor, and sometimes he has flow of information, and this and we have competitive pages. So how can we regulate the usage of Arabic with the flow of information that sometimes we have? So let's take all the interventions and then we answer them.
إن رأيتم تفضل أحد المتحدثين بالتعليق على هذه المداخلة.
Is there anyone who wants to answer this intervention?
أستاذ الزبير، هل لديك ما يمكن أن تطرح؟
Zubair, do you have anything to say in this regard?
المداخلة التي طرحها الأستاذ أحمد أتوقع هو يتساءل عن التوفيق ما بين ضغط الأحداث والحاجة إلى نشر الخبر في وقته حتى لا يتأخر عن متابعة الأحداث، والحاجة
how to find a solution to
عملية تدقيق الخبر
respect the standards and to publish the voice is fragmented.
بما فيه من ملاحظات تحريرية، ثم بعد ذلك يتم تحديثه من خلال تدقيقه لغويا. هذه العملية التي
So you can publish your news item and then you can review it and edit it. This can happen with many news agencies who do not have proofreaders. So the solution is to build the capacities of these journalists, and in order to avoid mistakes that will tarnish the message conveyed. مدثر إقبال.
Can you speak, please?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we are hearing you.
Thank you very much for this detailed information and this event today for this practical steps. And I have two questions. First of all, I will draw a light towards what practical steps can be taken to ensure that unified Arabic language standards are adopted consistently across the OIC news agencies, given the diversity of dialects and regional variations. And the second part of my question is that how can partnership between Yuna and the King Salman Global Academy for the Arabic language and news agencies help in training journalists to improve linguistic accuracy and professionalism in media reporting? Can you please elaborate this one? Ashru, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we are hearing you.
Did you get my point?
Yes, yes, yes. Someone of the panelists will answer you. Please wait a moment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Sorry, there was, I think, system lacking. So
أعتقد غير متاحة عربية، فلعلك يعني تلخص النقطتين باللغة العربية إذا
لم أجد الترجمة بالعربية، هل يمكن أن تلخص؟
نعم، هو سأل السؤال الأول فيما يتعلق بالتوفيق ما بين
The first question is regarding how to combine, to unify the use of Arabic and in light of the use of many dialects, and how to if there is a possibility to train the
journalists to improve the linguistic academic professionalism in media.
طيب الدكتور خالد تكلم عن موضوع الشراكة. الله يحفظك.
طيب شكرا لك
دكتور خالد. I can't hear anyone speaking.
ممكن الإجابة على هذا السؤال؟ هل هناك مداخلة من طرف
Is there anyone who can answer these two questions and then move to the next question?
أستاذ أشرف لو مبدئيا حتى يعود لنا الدكتور خالد.
تمام شوف سنطرح كل الأسئلة تقريبا وبعدين نجيب عليها.
So let's ask all the questions and then we will be able to answer them. ريجي أستنا.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Monsieur Régis.
Voilà, donc je m'excuse de ne pas parler arabe parce que je ne maîtrise pas la langue arabe.
Oui, mais il y a un peu de bruit
je suis
pour vous
Régis
entendre.
et je suis un jeune Gabonais professionnel dans le milieu de la communication et la presse écrite, ancien rédacteur, secrétaire de rédaction au quotidien d'information générale nationale, l'Union. Et
Bienvenue, monsieur.
actuellement, je suis en mode licencié économique depuis pratiquement 5 ans après Covid-19. Mais je continue toujours à postuler pour pouvoir avoir une place dans les médias. Ma réaction, j'aimerais réagir par rapport au fait que je suis très honoré de participer à ce genre de séminaire qui ont un lien avec le monde islamique parce que je suis un partisan du leadership islamique, particulièrement ici au Gabon. Malheureusement, la communauté musulmane gabonaise n'est pas encore assez nombreuse et sans accompagnement, il est difficile de pouvoir euh, impacter la communauté, impacter les Gabonais dans les affaires concernant le monde arabe, la langue et pourquoi pas aussi la religion. Mais là, aujourd'hui, il est question d'abord de la langue culturelle et autres. Et concernant les agences aussi, j'ai remarqué que puisque le milieu n'est pas encore très connu, le milieu du monde islamique n'est pas connu, ben cette langue n'est pas encore valorisée. Il manque au sein de nos agences de presse, au sein de nos médias, il manque des personnes qui ont vraiment l'amour de cette langue-là pour la promouvoir. Et il est vraiment, ma question, mon souci, c'est de vraiment savoir comment nous, Gabonais, qui avons un peu, on va dire, qui avons un peu la connaissance du milieu de la presse et qui avons aussi l'amour de la langue, aussi l'amour du monde islamique, comment on peut être accompagné pour mieux interpeller nos responsables, nos directeurs de presse, nos ministres et pourquoi pas aussi donc toutes les autorités du pays à ceux qui s'impliquent. Parce que je pense que si nous, les populations, les simples citoyens, si nous, on ne va pas vers eux leur dire que nous connaissons qu'il y a des relations bilatérales avec les organisations internationales comme la vôtre, et qu'on puisse normalement mieux les promouvoir, je pense qu'ils ne peuvent pas décider de dire que bon, ils ne peuvent pas décider de pouvoir mettre en place des mécanismes pour pouvoir installer ce genre de services dans nos agences.
D'accord. C'est très clair votre question. Je vais
Thank you. Your question is clear. I will translate it to our team. Regarding Mr. Iji is working in Gabonese media. His question is that they lack specialists in Arabic language in all fields. In all fields, whether the political leaders or religious leaders, how can we get the support to the Gabonese people there?
بالوقت لعل أنا نختصر المداخلات لدينا الآن مجموعة من الأسئلة.
تمام ننتقل إلى مداخلة أخيرة فقط.
So we need very short, very concise interventions because the time does not allow to. Mr. Ali Al-Adwan.
إذا موجود.
Ali, are you there?
السلام عليكم.
السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
أسعد الله مساءكم.
حياك الله.
تفضل.
ما هو سؤالك؟
لا هو ليس
What's your question?
قد تكون يعني بمجال إنه دعم هاي العمليات أو البروسيس أو الجهود اللي يعني باتجاه
So it is related to this part to this process to unify or regulate the use of Arabic language in news agencies.
إذا من المحتمل أو حسب الإمكانيات أو من الأفضل.
So it is better if there is knowledge
يكون من
building
خلال
through
يعني تكنولوجيا المعلومات أو من خلال
the information technologies or the software
يعني على أساس يعني مراحل
that is provided
زي
on
طريقة
stages
برمجية أو تقنية من خلال مثلا يوتيوب أو سواء مثلا
through
يعني
YouTube, for
خلينا
example.
نحكي زي
So
قناة مثلا اجتياز اللغة سواء باللغة العربية أو
let's
الإنجليزية
talk
أو
about
الروسية
for example the exams
ويكون
to
يعني برامج معدة يعني من قبل
pass
اللغويين
the
للاستخدام
Arabic
أو
exams.
لضبط
So I
الأسلوب
mean
اللغوي في الأسئلة
there should be
برضه من
programs
خلال
to regulate the use of
المنظمة
Arabic
أو
language
التعاون مع
that are elaborated with by the Yuna or the Academy. Thank you for your proposal. The last question by Mustafa Medeni, and it is the last question.
سيد مصطفى.
Mr. Mustafa.
المشكلة إيش صورتي ما تطلع يعني
السلام عليكم. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. تفضل أستاذ مصطفى.
طبعا أشكركم على ما تقدمتم به من
Thank you for
الارتقاء باللغة العربية
your efforts to promote Arabic language.
المصدر الرئيس للالتقاء
But
باللغة
I
العربية في
think
وكالات الأنباء
the best way to promote Arabic language
يعني
is
هذه الأمور التي تفضلتم بها تصبح بلا قيمة إن لم يكن هناك عنصر
these things will be useless if
ومن ثم
there are no human resources capable of dealing with these issues at the level of the Muslim or Islamic news agencies. Thank you very much. It is the last intervention. If there are answers, the floor is yours. Dr. Khalid, if you have any comment. The first question, Dr. Ahmed, your question is very important. How to respect the time for publishing the news item and respect the accuracy of the message. So when we have standards, and if we build the capacities of the human resources, or we have specialists, I think this will solve the problem. There should be a preparation for that so as to avoid this kind of problems. The one who asked the question in English, he talked. So the academy and the union can collaborate to build these standards and then review them and then publish them and share them with all the members and all those who are interested. The one who asked the question from Gabon, it is natural that in a country, in non-Arabic country, it is natural. But the Gabonese who are studying in Arabic countries are numerous, and they are in Jordan, Moroccan, and Sudanese universities, and we can profit from some of them to enhance the level of the use of Arabic in the news agencies there. So I can't hear, sorry. So the Academy of Salman, King Salman, has the ability to measure the capacities. There is a test like the TOEFL in English. Dr. Mustafa, I agree with you. We need to have standards. We have to regulations. Thank you very much. Dr. Zubair, do you have any comments?
دكتور خالد جزاه الله خير، يعني إحاطة شاملة بجميع الأسئلة التي قدمت، ولهذا يعني نكتفي بما قدمه.
I have nothing to add to what
هناك
Khalid
بعض
said.
الأسئلة أو خلينا نقول المداخلات في ال Q&A session، لو تسمحوا لي أقرأها بسرعة.
Let me read
واثق بالله من وكالة الأنباء والمعلومات الفلسطينية وفاء، هو يشكركم على هذه الندوة المهمة
We thank
والقيمة،
you for
وينقل
this
تحية وتقدير المشرف العام
this
على
important
الإعلام الرسمي الفلسطيني معالي الوزير
and
أحمد عساف.
Ahmed
وعنده
Assaf. Great
سؤال
thanks.
وحيد، هو
And he
قال
has
هل يمكن
one
إعداد
question.
مصطلحات مشتركة
Can we
متمثلة في
elaborate a unique guide for media
هذا هو سؤال
إذا
idioms?
سمحت لي بالإجابة، نعم ممكن جدا.
Yes, we can. We
المجمع
can.
الآن لديه خبرة ممتازة
The
جدا
Academy has a
في
very
المصطلحات،
good
في التخصصية،
expertise in specialized
لدينا جمعا ألفاظ
idioms.
أو مصطلحات تقنية
We have
عقدناها
a
مع
glossary of
هيئة الأمن السبراني في المملكة.
for the
لدينا معجم
issued by
بألفاظ
the
الطاقة لوزارة الطاقة
cyber
السعودية، لدينا
authority
معجم
in
بألفاظ
Saudi Arabia, and we have
ألفاظ
another
السكة
one
الحديدية مع هيئة السكة الحديدية في المملكة.
on the
لدينا معجم
railway,
لألفاظ السلامة المرورية مع
the
هيئة
road safety,
المرور. لدينا مجموعة
and
كبيرة
another
من
one. We
المعاجم
have
التخصصية
a lot of
في تخصص
specialized
محدد
glossaries
ومعين.
or
لدينا الآن
dictionaries,
عمل مع اتحاد
and we are
الاتصالات،
working with
اتحاد الدولي للاتصالات على توفير
International Communication
الخاصة
Federation
بالاتصالات.
to unify the
لما لا كان
idioms
نبني
or
دليلا
terminology of communication.
معجما
So it's
للألفاظ
possible
والمصطلحات
to
العلمية.
elaborate one
هذا
regarding the
مكثف جدا
media
وسلس جدا، ولا
terminology. I
يخفى
think it is easy, and we have the
نعمل على
necessary expertise to do it.
شكرا لك. وختاما مع
Thank
الأخت
you.
لينا عبد العزيز الجبالي
لينا
تقول
عبد
لك
العزيز
تحية نسخ
الجبالي
الأخبار المكتوبة.
regarding the written
فهمها أن أهم
messages.
شيء بعد الصحة اللغوية هو وضوح المعنى للقارئ.
The most important thing is to be understand the message regarding the currencies. Can we write the number and then write the letter in Arabic, or write them in their source language? What is the style adopted in, in writing them so as to make the information clear? Regarding the currencies, how can we write them? In singular or in plural? Do you want me to answer or Zubair? Go ahead.
يعني هذه المسألة مسألة المصطلح أو الكلمات الأجنبية والتعامل معها.
Regarding the foreign terminology,
مسألة علمية.
whether we write them in singular or plural, it is a problematic issue. But I think it is better to resort to some experts. We have a platform called the Linguistic Advisor that they receive questions, and when you send the question, within 1 hour you will receive the answer. And this is a question. The answer is formulated by a group of experts. So for this detailed and very technical issues, you can send them to this platform or to the specialized sites. And so this is not something that we can solve right now. This is something that
فيها كلام كثير جدا يعني.
So it needs a lot of study to do with it. Zubair, if you have anything to add.
مثل ما ذكر الدكتور خالد،
As Dr. Khalid said,
كما تفضل
this is the work the linguistic academies and the media institutions have their own styles to deal with these issues.
شكرا لكم.
Thank you.
شكرا لكم سعادة الدكتور خالد. الحديث لا يتوقف ولا ينقطع، واللغة العربية اللغة بشكل عام تتطور.
So the Arabic language is developing, and the challenges increase, and now we are in the social media era, and we have we have
كل منهما تحديات.
so we have many challenges,
دائما وكالات الأنباء
and so the news agencies are working to regulate their linguistics use so as to ensure the best understanding. Thank you. Now let's review the recommendations as follows. One, strengthening Arabic content within the news agencies of OIC member states. Two, promoting the exchange of Arabic content among OIC news agencies. Three, cooperating, develop a unified linguistic guide for OIC news agencies, containing precise rules and standards for regulating Arabic usage in media texts. Four, developing a concise, specialized glossary of media and political terms by establishing a shared database to be periodically updated and made available to all agencies. Five, conducting regular training programs to enhance the linguistic competence of professionals working in OIC news agencies. Six, preparing a tailored training package for employees in international news agencies, focusing on skills and the proper usage of Arabic in international media work. And finally, establishing, activating, and assessing linguistic standards for regulating Arabic usage in media across OIC news agencies. At the conclusion, we express our deep gratitude and appreciation for your esteemed presence. We pray to Allah that this cooperation will leave lasting impact in supporting our Arabic language and strengthening its presence in official media institutions. Please, peace, mercy, and blessing of Allah be upon you.
السلام عليكم.